So silly to me. If satellites were real, if they really had satellites everywhere up in space, thousands of them, which, I mean, they have satellites, but they're on balloons, okay? Clearly. Now, if they had satellites and they were as efficient in floating around in space all over the place, just orbiting perfectly and doing all this and that, then why would we still have cell phone towers? Don't you think that's a little ridiculous? Because they're putting them up all over the place constantly. They're always popping them up. Why? What's the use of them? Even when you ask ChatGPT, it's funny. This is what it said. It's funny. Cell phone towers and satellites serve distinct functions in telecommunications, and their coexistence is beneficial for various reasons. Coverage and accessibility. Cell phone towers provide localized coverage, making them efficient for densely populated urban areas where bandwidth and low latency are needed. Satellites, on the other hand, offer coverage in remote or rural areas where installing towers may not be feasible. Okay, so let's use common sense here. If they're using satellites for remote areas because it's not feasible to put up a tower, okay, then why wouldn't they just use the satellites in the cities? Because they can put up a tower, they will? Listen, if there were satellites just doing work up there, why would they need to be putting these towers in? They wouldn't. They would just use the satellites. It's so crazy, man. All the cables underneath the ocean, just hundreds of thousands of miles of cables. You really think they'd need that? Okay? Understand what GPS actually even means in the first place, all right? In my opinion, there are not satellites floating around magically because, number one, gravity is a theory. It's a theory, okay? It's based off the theory of relativity. The theory of relativity does not prove gravity. The theory of relativity measures the attraction between two objects. And I'm sorry, but 9.8 meters per second squared at the rate of which things fall based on gravity, no, that's an average number. Not everything falls at the same rate. It's an average number. All right, it has nothing to do with gravity. It has to do with density, buoyancy, weight. Give me a break. Enough of this. This is nonsense. And of course, this is my opinion, but you know what? I do my research. I don't believe everything I'm told because I'm told to. You know why? Because I understand how the rulers of the world got it this way. I understand that. When I walk around in public and I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone sometimes. Everything is an advertisement. Everyone's trying to sell me something, and it's all the major corporations. They push the holidays, every holiday, back to back to back to back. Only the profitable ones, though. You'll notice that. They don't really push much Thanksgiving because that's about, to me, it's about food and family. But, all the other ones, the ones they can make millions and billions of dollars off us, wonder why everywhere you go, it goes from Halloween to Christmas, it's back to back to back. Easter, Valentine's Day. It's sickening. And I feel like I live in the Twilight Zone sometime. Honestly, I really do. I wish that people would do their own research, understand that we don't live in a free country. We live in a corporation. And money has no tie to gold or silver or anything valuable. It's tied to debt. Because other countries buy bonds off us, and our bonds are debt-based. The reason they buy them and the reason money is worth anything is because we are the collateral for the debt. Learn how money works. Learn what the United States government really is. Learn what's going on here. And again, for the 15th time, this is my opinion. But if you would like to learn my opinion and why a fasci is used in the United States House of Representatives, why the two giant symbols behind the Speaker of the House is a fasci, which stands for fascism. It's an ancient Roman symbol for fascism. Why are we using that? Okay, in the United States? I wonder why. I think the Vatican has a lot to do with that. Start to I love you all. You can check out my website, but remember, this is my opinion, and I honestly thought I was allowed to have one.